Alright, and we're back. Hopefully this time Streamlabs decides to behave a little bit. It's always good to have a team to help work on this kind of stuff, but I'm just a solo one-man operation, at least for now. So I'm going to try to launch this again, see if it behaves, because it really wasn't earlier. I'm not even entirely sure why. But yeah, let's jump right back into it. Go ahead and get the stream back up. So yeah, I think it's running fine. Like on my end from Streamlabs, it seems to be the statistics are fine. You guys might be seeing a frozen screen though, but we'll fix that. Yeah, it's not really sure. I'm not really sure why it keeps doing that, but at least it seems more stable now. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna go bare bones basic because you can get really lost in a lot of the nuances of the game. I've been through all these kind of characters and looked at them before I made a custom character just to test things out. But here's where you create a new character. You have your Headward, the fighter. You have your Malaku the paladin. You have Helen the ranger, and Gamar the sorcerer, and Yadmila the cleric. From what I saw though, these portraits are kind of reserved for these characters. Like you can use them again and create a character, but they seem to be reserved for the previous characters. So you're not going to encounter, like, you know, running into the same character again with the same face. However, the custom characters, it seems like all those portraits, just to show you guys real quick, are used in other areas. So like, all of these seem to be like this is who I chose for like my alchemist, but all these other foot pictures seem to be used at some point, with some just reserved inside the game. So keeping that in mind, but you can't upload your own photo. I forget, I think you do right here, yeah. Keeping that in mind, that's kind of why I want to make just like a fresh character from the non-custom build, because you're not going to encounter that issue. I didn't encounter the issue running into my double yet, but who knows. So let's take a look at some of these characters. I'm thinking about going with Headward the fighter just because of what I saw in the gameplay. Not sure about the sorcerer, but Headward maybe. Because it's always nice to have like a tank class. Headward. The Resolute is a human fighter who is deadly with his flail, and he skillfully uses his shield for both attack and defense. An experienced mercenary, Headward makes a point of never joining an ignoble cause, no matter how good the pay is. He towers over the battlefield like a mountain, protecting his comrades with all of his might. So yeah, there are skill checks as well, in addition to like alignment checks. So some of the characters definitely have like alignment stuff going on that you can check out, and your decisions will affect their alignment as well. So that's something to keep in mind too. Then you got Malaku the Deliverer. He's a human paladin of Imode, the goddess of justice. His two-handed sword is a formidable weapon on its own. With Imode's blessing, it becomes a devastating tool of retribution used to bring the forces of evil to justice. Having witnessed too much of the world's malice, Malaku swore to never lay down his arms so long as there is innocence to save and wicked to smite. I'm not sure why you guys are getting that delay on your screen with that text, because that should have gone away. I'm not sure what Streamlabs is doing today. It's having a lot of problems. I've been trying to troubleshoot it, and it's been giving me a lot of issues. If anyone knows anything about Streamlabs or how to correct that with the Elgato pass-through, let me know, because I'm running on like the last couple of things I can do in terms of getting that to work together. Valen the Daring is an elven ranger, a child of the woodlands who boasts the ability to put an arrow through a squirrel's eyes at 100 paces. She prefers the joy of hunting over bloody fights, but while she's never eager to start a conflict, any who would harm her or her friends may find themselves dead before they even know the fight has begun. I'm not sure what Streamlabs just did. It did something. It made something disappear somewhere. Hang on one sec. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe this will work out all the bugs and whatnot the game is experiencing. Not sure, but we'll see. So yeah, going again with normal. These are standards. I'm not sure if did I get through all these guys? Well, you guys can like read them. Area damage, archer, melee, protector. So yeah, it's probably the tank. And healer. I'm gonna go with protector because like it seemed like really early on like this is kind of important. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna next. You can choose the voices obviously. Choose name, choose alignment, etc. It says here though for this guy that he is good. And it's interesting too, I won't spoil it, but a lot of your decisions really start to affect the game early on. Like I mentioned before, your decisions also change your alignment over time. So you can actually deviate from your alignment based on the choices you make. So that's interesting too. Let's see here. This guy tends to lean good, and chaotic good tends to be what warriors are in general in most D&D games. They tend to be chaotic good. If you look here, let's see here. Good characters protect innocent life, and chaotic characters follow their conscience, resent being told what to do. So that's kind of on the level. Also, your alignment will also make available certain dialogue choices, so that also has effect. It's very, very D&D based. Neutral is just what it is, neutral, and then you have your other tropes, your lawful neutral, your lawful evil, your neutral evil, your neutral good, your chaotic evil, your chaotic neutral. So you have those two there, lawful and chaotic neutral. I'm gonna go with I made that alchemist just like in that first like test run of like the first opening of the game, chaotic neutral. I'm gonna go with like the stereotypical like chaotic good. He's not a paladin, he's not lawful good, and he's not neutral good. So I would think he'd be chaotic good as a character. Voice types, I went with the madman for the alchemist, obviously.
I have no use for this. This will hurt!
Strike as one.
All I see is blackness.
I shall not falter.
Let us be off.
Everyone counts on me.
I lead. You follow.
This will hurt.
I sense something. Ah! Entertainment!
Or you could be the silent protagonist. I'm really leaning between pious and brave.
Together we stand.
You're done for!
I shall not falter.
The path is clear. Everyone counts on me.
Let us be off. You're done for! Let us be off.
None shall
I won't give up!
Together we stand. I shall not falter.
Kind of feel like this would be like the Pally's voice more, or maybe the
The
reserved.
path is clear. Everyone counts on me. Enemy near.
Maybe this is head work. I don't know, but this could be here. You can also choose your birthday. Last time I went with the 18th of what would be October in our existence, I imagine. But so what? Roman numeral 10, Lamashan. That sounds familiar. So that's that good old boy's birthday. Or I could do it today. Let's see. Well, what is February? February is Calistral, and today is the 10th. So let's just say happy birthday, starting a new game. This is
Let
this
us
guy's
bide
birthday.
our time.
So this is how warriors, like, your character's appearance changes based on their class. Obviously, this is a pre-made build, so I can't change anything there. And the coloration and stuff like that. When you customize it, there's a lot of things to change, including the way they look, the portrait, and the way the model looks as well. Like the face, the weight of the body, then based on the class, like, you'll see like, the armor changing in there. So like, if I want to make a barbarian, which is something I thought would be cool, but again, customization, portraits, I didn't want to run into my double without break immersion. But very good stats, like health is so important at the very beginning. Coup de Grace, Treat Affliction, Fighter Proficiencies. Yeah, this guy's not going to be a healer, or anything like that. This is all set up, we're good to go. Your standard D&D tactics, like nothing's really changing here all too much. And here are your skills, your athletics. You really can't change too much some of these things, which I'm thinking about just like the basic beginnings of the game and how like certain things are. I mean, let me see if I can go back and can I wish there was a way to like just edit like his stats, because I would just love to leave everything else the same and just edit his stats, because some of those things, and like spoiler alert, just knowing some of the things I know,
My skills exceed yours.
I would want to change just because. Technically, I could keep him the way he is. And
Let
just
us
change a few
bide our
things.
time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this completes the character for me outright. What do you guys think? I don't know. Because technically you're right. What I'm trying to avoid is running into my double. So I could just remake him with the portrait, but make it like a fighter class and just change a few things in there that I want to change. I mean, yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's do that. Obviously, I gotta look into the game to see if there is actually something for more portraits, because that would solve like half of my problem. But yeah, a lot of these I think are going to be used in the game by other people. Like I'm pretty sure she's the monk to probably recruit to your party, because again, party members can die. You can lose party members, so yeah. But here are the ones that are pre-made up top. Pretty sure that guy's gonna be one of them. This guy is definitely one of them. So if I chose that, I would run to my double right away. Same thing with her. Although that was kind of weird. Did this eye just freeze? Yeah, it was just his eye freezing. This guy, I don't know. This guy definitely, although he looks pretty cool. But yeah, here's some of these characters. See, if I knew for sure that I wouldn't encounter like my double, which I'm pretty sure I will, I would choose this guy again and make my alchemist again. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So he's a human. This is how the customization works. Let's go ahead and do body type so you guys can see that. You can be skinny, you can be a bit bulkier, you can be just normal. I'm gonna go with normal. Face is really hard to see, but it's there. I'm not sure what kind of face the custom model had, but I'm not gonna do that one or that one. I might do this one actually, because that looks pretty close. Skin tones, obviously all your standard skin tones. It's more of a peach to pale kind of complexion. Hairstyles, you can get various types here. There's not a ton of selections, but overall will look good once you're like in the actual game, because you're not like right up in their face. That seems about right. Beard, maybe like. I do like the beards. Like the beards do. Pretty similar, pretty good. His is a little lighter like that. Brown scale, black, obviously, gray. Just for the hair colors and stuff like that. It's either gonna be this or this. I think he's probably closer to this. You can also change your handedness. I'm not sure what handedness actually has to do in terms of the gameplay. And by the way, it looks like Streamlabs is holding up pretty well. If you guys start to see anything weird in your stream that is like not related to like your connection or anything like that, let me know, because I'll have to mess with Streamlabs some more. But it seems like it's behaving for now. For now. Anyway, you can choose your handedness, left hand, right hand. I'm gonna go left hand. These are obviously all the races. You can be elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, half elves, half orcs, Aasimar, tieflings. Aasimar, for people that don't know, are just like tieflings, except the opposite, divine origin rather than fiendish origin. So one parent's divine, one parent's human, and for tiefling or tiefling, however you want to say it, one parent's fiendish, one parent's human. Yeah. So yeah, that looks good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and press next. So here's your class selection. Again, this is all custom character, and my biggest thing was to avoid getting that situation where I had that. So doesn't have the following features: atheism for cleric, obviously. Bards could be cool. You do get access to a bard readily on. Barbarians also get access to one readily on. Alchemist is what I made the first time. Didn't really see that before. But what I want to do is, and obviously you have all these subclasses like Grenader, Vivisectionist, Armored Hulk, etc. Mad Dog, and Rumble Ranger. So you have a lot of things here. It gets very customizable. So I'm kind of wondering here, though, do I want to make like a pally kind of guy out of this guy? And again, this is where you can get really bogged down with the customization. I probably won't. It seems like so far, like in terms of like being able to manage your character, like let's rate like the worst example, because I said early on you lose, like you can lose people pretty early on just by pissing them off or saying the wrong thing or them realizing that you're like too evil or something like that. So they can actually take off pretty quickly. So you can end up with a party where you don't have a healer for a long time, which it looks like it's fine. Like the game seems to account for those situations. It would just make your gameplay a bit harder. So I am debating like this cleric, but again, I want to stay true to the portraits. Don't want to break immersion too much. Which leads me back to this. And here are those color schemes I was mentioning, but as you can see, it kind of matches already. I mean, if I were to do this, like, it would just make that green or something. Like, go ahead and reset it. The rest is going to be like the collars and stuff like that in those areas. Yeah, so go ahead and reset it because it's at base. It's going to be that. Fighter, you can specialize, which is why I was like, well, I kind of want to specialize a little bit because Aldori Defender. Aldori sword lords of Revo are among the deadliest and most feared fighters of the Inner Sea. They have spent long years mastering the Aldori dueling sword, pitting themselves against other dueling swords and all manner of weaponry besides. Their speed and reflexes weave a net of impenetrable steel around them, from which they strike and harry their unfortunate opponents. The most common form of Aldori dueling, and arguably the easiest of the techniques to master, focuses on avoiding damage and disarming foes. These sword lords prefer to wear light or no armor, trusting their skills for protection. So it's not really a tank. Two-hand fighter is probably more akin to the barbarian. The Aldori fighter is just fighter. Fighters excel in combat, defeating the foes. So you could do that and just go with that one, or you could do a specialization right at the beginning. Tower shield specialist. Many fighters believe the tower shield is a tool suitable only for troops in the battlefield, claiming it is too large and bulky to use in skirmishes or within dungeon corridors. Tower shield specialists defy those notions, using their massive shields with stalwart skill and incredible effect. They use these seemingly clumsy shields to perform depth maneuvers that confound their enemies. So I might go with this, although there is kind of a guard that you can get at the very beginning. Not going to spoil too much, I've been kind of talking at the very beginning, not even there yet. But she kind of exists, and she's pretty cool. My Alchemist's team ended up being kind of funny. I'm hoping this guy's team will be equally as hilarious just to have. But we'll see. I'll play it organically. I won't try to force decisions. But I will tilt the hand slightly. For things that I know, like, okay, this path kind of is weird, or it sucks, or something like that, or I didn't really have too much fun with that. I will keep that in mind. But, burst barrier. Like, I've never seen these skills before, so this is going to be cool. Armor training. Tower shield training. Tower shield defense. Yeah, it's a whole class based on tower shield stuff. And if I load pre-made, I think it just does like that. I don't really quite follow the progression tree. Like I know that this is what this is. I just don't really understand it too much. But yeah, so here are the other, like, there are a lot of classes, and there are all these like classes that are locked behind things like Trickster, stuff like that. An interesting thing of note too is that my Alchemist, like the first time he leveled, right, I put more points into Charisma, and all of a sudden he had Bard as a subclass. I did not select it, he just had it. So there's that too. We're going to see some interesting things. Let's see here. So yeah, here is the skill sets where I can put more things into more points. You're human, so you can focus on your racial bonuses. It's going to want Constitution and Strength, obviously. And I have some unspent points here and some unspent points there. So what I'm going to do is, let's see here, racial bonus, modifier 1, modifier 1, modifier 1. I mean, this is where it also kind of comes a little bit crazy. Persuasion, I will do that. Oh, camping is also fun, but I'm not going to spoil that. You guys will see that. Athletics, I will do just because it's a warrior. And knowledge world. I'm doing that because the reasons I'm doing that. Now I think these modify other things over there too. Yeah, like trickery and whatnot. Dexterity, it's going to be cool to have dexterity, but it's not something a warrior would have. So that kind of it does play into the other skills though. Strength is a nice one again. Strength is mostly just physical attack though, and he's not going to have modifiers that will change any of his attacks to dexterity, so there's that too. If he was an alchemist, a rogue, an archer, then maybe, but he's not going to have that at his fingertips, so I could do charisma. It's odd that charisma also does... Wait, what is it? Wisdom also does perception, lore, nature, exactly. But it's really constitution and strength that are warriors' things, so let's go over and get one of those. If I do constitution, what else increases with constitution? Nothing over here. Nothing over here increases with just the health by 1. So that might not be worth it. Yeah, let me just, yeah, nothing over there increases. But if I do strength, at least this increases by 5. To athletics, right? And these are skill checks. So if I did constitution, like there's like no like skill check based on constitution that I currently have. So it wouldn't necessarily be worth like dexterity, there's gonna be a lot of them. There's gonna be all of those, mobility, trickstery, blah blah, stealth. We're making a tank here. So, and dexterity also affects initiative. So that's something to keep in mind too. Dexterity plays a role in a lot of things. But we're gonna go with intellect gives more skill points, so that's true too. Knowledge, Arcana, Knowledge, World, 1 more skill point, which I'll probably throw into athletics, or actually I can. Yeah, intellect gives more stuff. This character can't cast spells. Alright, so let's go with strength actually to give me more to athletics. Let me look at intelligence just one more time. Yeah, it's just going to be those World Arcana and those 2. They both get 1, and then I get 1 more skill point, which I can spend someplace else if I wanted to. Yeah, but let's go with Constitution. I'm already taking up way too much time with this thing. It's so easy to customize all of this. So yeah, so now we have this. I have 25 points. I'm going to put some in here for strength. I'm going to put some more into Constitution just to get it up to a nice, healthy level. Like, it needs a lot to get up that high, actually. Can I just dump the rest into Charisma? Yeah, because that's going to play a role into Persuasion, right? And Wisdom is going to play, Intellect's going to play a role to getting extra points. That's just health. That's these, and that's just the strength modifier. Okay, so yeah, I can only go up to like 15, unless I dump everything into this. No, you can go up to like 16, yeah. So that's not even a thing. Let me put some more back into strength. Bonus to... Oh, strength also modifies defense, too. And bonuses there, okay. Charisma, though... That's a good one down. What about this? Intellect? I think every 2 points of intellect is going to affect that in a different way. Right, so if I... Let me just take 1 from that. Because that's going to be a lot, actually, yeah. It's going to be 3. So, well, it's 4, actually. And it's just 15. I think that's fine. I think that's more than enough. For now. If I go up by 2... It should have, yeah, it should start affecting that. This one. Use magic device. Okay, let's leave charisma at 13. We'll pop in 1 to that. I'm just making a more rounded character. What handles perception? Oh, wisdom. And I have nothing there. If I take away 1 of those points, then I don't get. I get 1 to that, and 1 to world knowledge, and 1 to arcana. If I give into wisdom, though, I at least get some additional lore and perception. Yeah, because I wouldn't have that otherwise. Use magic device. Dexterity? If I do 2 there, at least I get... That's pretty well-rounded. Like, knowledge arcana is missing. But at least I have a +1 to initiative, I have some health, I have some strength. And I'm doing a lot to constitution already, so... I think that's fair. I just didn't put it into intelligence to get +1, but in fairness, I got more than +1. I got that, I got this. So I have something going. Alright, feat acquired ability. Okay, so weapon focus. I'll take that one. Battle axe, bite claw. Oh, it wants me to choose it right now. Choose 1 type of weapon. You can also choose unarmed strike. I think Streamlabs is going to try to do something, so hang on. Square one. Let's see here. Benefit, you gain a bonus attack on all rolls making using selected weapon. Especially, you can gain this feat multiple times and its effects do not stack. Each time you take the feat, it applies to a new weapon. I see, just that focus. Battle Axe, Bite, Claw. What the hell's a claw? Like a claw? Earthbreaker, Dart, Flail. He has a flail in that image. So I'm wondering if it will give us a flail in the... I don't know, but I know you get a lot of swords. But I kind of like the flail. Kind of like a Belmont kind of vampire slayer thing going on. Yeah, let's do flail. So that's one. Choose abilities, alertness. Are there any more thumbs up abilities? This is what you want to see. Yeah, elemental focus. So there are a bunch of thumbs down here. So is it giving us... Do I just have these? Prerequisite required. Heavy armor. Armor, medium proficiency. Okay. Kind of confused in this part. Why would I not want this? I guess because Shield Caster. Your allies cover you while you cast complicated spells. That's kind of cool to know. Like they have like some kind of like AI kind of thing going in. That's an interesting one. I don't know why it thumbs down it though. Right, I mean, I get why it's not recommended, but some of these actually, I would think, just knowing it. Yeah, it has stealthy being recommended. I'm a tank. Or this character's a tank, really. Why would I want to be stealthy? Shield wall. Whenever you are wielding a shield, you are and are just an ally wielding a shield who also has this feat. The AC bonus from your shields increase depending on the shield wielded by your ally. If your ally is wielding a buckler or a light shield. Huh, that could be interesting. Increases the AC bonus from proficiencies. Prerequisites. Improve unarmed strike, great fortitude, endurance, you're not kill, you can fight all from anyone unless it's disabled. Next time, unless you immediately fall unconscious. Okay, dazzling display, coordinated maneuvers. Some of these are actually interesting that I didn't see on the armor focus. Let me see here. Your familiarity with a specific type of armor increases the amount of protection you see from it. So, blind fight. Wait, what? Take this one out. I don't want that. But I'll replace it. What is this blind fight? And maybe every time you miss because of the consume, you can reroll. Okay. So alertness. Coordinate defense. No, you can't have this feat. Whenever you are just an ally who has this feat, you receive 2 copies. Coordinate maneuvers. You are skill. So some of these are like really depend on your allies, who we don't know yet. Checks. Deceitful. This could be good for conversations. Like it's really conversation driven. Doesn't have the following features: orc philosophy, endurance, great for improve initiative. That could be good. Improve unarmed strike, iron will, lightning reflexes, persuasive. Power attack. Yeah, shield wall focus. Let me do shield wall focus, or shield focus. Shield wall will be interesting, but I don't think I have anyone who has that. It's not recommending some of these, and I can kind of see why, but... Sure. I'm not sure what the deal is with these. I guess I already have these. I hope I do. I should. I might go with persuasive, just cause like it's so story driven. You can miss out on so many things if you just suck at talking to people. You get a +2 bonus to persuasion and trickery checks. Deceitful, but that's +2, and then this is +2 just to persuasion. Oh, and perception. So the other one is persuasion and trickery, and this one is perception. And you know what? I want to give some more to perception. That could be good to have. Persuasive. Oh, I changed that whatever I had back there. What did I have back there? Not coordinated maneuvers and not armor focus. It was shield focus. I'll leave it like that. When it goes berserk.
I feel faint.
I totally forgot this guy's name. Hedwig? Hedwig? Hedwig. And I guess chaotic good. Let me think about that real quick. I think it's Hedwig. It's gonna go with chaotic good. Our birthday is today in this universe, so Kalishol, February, I guess, 10th. And we are good.
Everyone counts on me.
Sure do. Persuasion is 7. That's good. Athletics. That's good. We're getting it from classical. We're getting it from other. We're getting it from charisma. Okay, good. Knowledge. We have no knowledge of the Arcana. We have knowledge of the world. So take that. We have some lore. We have some more religion because we have some wisdom. Trickery is kind of Stealth, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're not a rogue. We use magic device, we're not a mage either. Persuasive is pretty good. Mobility, and we do have some initiative. So yeah, we're not like the fastest thing on the field. We're not going to go first always, but we do have some initiative. Tower Shield Specialist. Okay, so I think this is pretty good and well-rounded. Fighting defensively, human, demoralize, versus persuasion, we can do that. And then we have all of these in here. Shield focus, persuasive, tower shield. So yeah, those things I saw we did have. I don't know why some of it was in red though. which kind of confused me. And then risk it. Okay, this building complete. Thousands of years ago, a catastrophe known as the Earth Fall destroyed an entire civilization known as Golarion. Oh.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
That's a big ass shield.
Where are they? This is taking forever! It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Oh, the Aldori, I think that was one of the options for fighter, too. Okay.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson? Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about. And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way. Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay, so that's the intro. We're in the game right now. A lot of these guys don't really have... They just have like floating text dialogue. You can talk to various ones here. I'll read some of these, but some of these are pretty static and standard. And plus they have their own voices, and I'm not good at mimicking voices, so... But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and people are leaving slowly. Here's that harem guy. Move your camera, use the WASD keys, and press and hold the middle mouse button. Yeah, you can do both. Or you can just do screen sliding. So yeah, it's going to be real time and strategy. It's like a mixture of both. So think Baldur's Gate. I mean, even like this is
I'll
like
go ahead.
Baldur's Gate-like in terms of like direction and whatnot. Let's take a look at what we actually have. See, we have the sword. That's what I thought. Okay. Oh wait, no, the flail's right here. Okay, so I'm gonna do flail and yeah. So you already have access to like all your various like weapon sets like right away, which is cool. But I'm gonna do that. I have medium. I have armor class medium. I don't know what this is. Potion of Shield Faith. Okay, that's not bad. 15 health. I got my shield here, and if I switch that, yeah, this is this a two-handed sword? No, this can't be. No, like it has to be a one-handed sword. Yeah. So this is my whole thing. My encyclopedia. My Lizzie's. So the story is told from this perspective of that bard that you just met, Lizzie. I think she's awesome. And so is your journal. Like your journal, like for the quest, she's chronologing or chronicling that. Oh hey, it's a Mary. Oh, Mary's beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna run over here. Northern architecture is beautiful, but very heavy. In my native land of Kadira, palaces are furnished quite differently. And we just exit the area. That's all to do in the beginning. So we're going to move on, get some more story. Resist energy spells when facing an enemy with powerful elemental attacks.
Help! Help!
Is this a joke?
No time for jokes. The mansion's under attack. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
As if to lend credence to Lizzie's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. This is going to be like the opening tutorial. You're not going anywhere. So general combat happens in real time, but you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation, give orders, etc. dice rolls. Most of the game's mechanics are based on the Pathfinder's role-playing game system. Yes, it is a game system. And use dice rolls to determine the results of actions. The most common die has 20/initiative. When battle starts, each combatant makes an initiative check. The higher their initiative, the earlier their character can act. The initiative scores can be viewed in the combat log. Combat is divided into rounds, with each round lasting 6 seconds. So that's generally what's going to happen. Attack roll. You have your damage amount, also based on like your armor class, etc., all that good stuff. And it's basically a chat log, so it'll be like that.
Enemy near.
Enemy near indeed. So I can do fighting defensively, right? And whenever I unpause the game, I press space, right? And I can see what he's going to attack. He's focused on me, so I should focus on him. So yeah, so one enemy creature within 0 feet. Not affected by spell resistance. Standard action. Charging a special action allows you to move up to double your normal speed and attack during the same action. You must move before your attack, not after. You must move at least 10 feet directly forward with the designated opponent. You must have a clear path with the opponent. After moving, you may make a single melee attack. You get a +2 bonus on the attack roll and take a penalty to your AC until the beginning of the next turn. Oh, you take a penalty too. I didn't know that. Let's see here. I could demoralize him. Conditions make an affect the creature that could be frightened. That could be funny. Can I demoralize you? The duration is increased. So what if I demoralize yours? Just tell you you're awful. Let me do that first. Did that work? I think it did. So I'm going to attack now.
A solid plan.
And he's down. Yeah. You can interact with various objects such as bodies that opponents by clicking on them. Interactive objects are highlighted with the blue outline when you hover over your mouse over them, or when you hold tab. That's not blue, but I think that kind of is. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna take all this. You can get overweight really quickly, so there is some inventory management. So you got to be careful with that. And he has like a dagger and whatnot, but I'll just keep off that right now.
The path is clear.
Assassins here, follow me quickly. Not just yet. Not just yet. Journal. Yeah, so like I said, her journal is basically the story. So we're leaving the hall. We're going to follow her. We left the hall. Long road ahead of us. We're on our adventure, and now we're following Lindsay, who I said is cool, and she is. I'm not going to go over there just yet because I can clear all of this first. Grab this. Tab just highlights everything. Again, I'm playing this on PC, so just that. They got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. And what shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. You can go away. Right. So if I do the charge, I take that penalty, right? Penalty of AC. Bonus attack, though. So let's do that. I might just stay attacking. Yeah, this is the real-time part where you can pause.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
So we're all on the same team, huh? I will take those daggers. There we are. Equipment. But you know what? I'm going to give you the ring.
I can't use this.
Really, only I can put it on? Yeah, only I can put it on. He's a caster, so he needs
No, thank you.
all the AC he can get. Okay, so let's move on. The door's blocked from the other side. Right, got it. Companions. There are several companions in your party now. Select all of them with the Alt 1 through 6. Select individually, backspace selects all, or I can just drag and drop. Gotcha. Alright. So let's get to the next room. Probably have some enemies. Yeah, we do.
The road awaits.
Adventures call to them.
Our duty calls.
Okay. Let me pause real quick. I want him to go and just fight those guys.
My patience is running thin.
And I'm gonna have him. Just shoot.
Be careful, everyone.
Yep, I got it. Here we go. Spells. Lindsay and Tartuccio are capable of casting spells. To use a spell, click on the icon in the action spells menu and then target your companion enemy depending on the desired effect. For clerics, druids, magi, paladins, rangers, and wizards, spells are prepared in advance and expended when cast. The character must then rest before casting again. Bards, inquisitors, and sorcerers can use the spells several times per day, but their spells repertoire is limited. Spells have various characteristics such as range, duration, school, etc. To review the spells available to your character, open the spellbook by pressing B. When a character acquires a new spell or ability, it automatically appears in the first free slot on their action panel. For spontaneous casters, it happens as soon as they get it. For casters who have it to prepare their spells, it happens when they prepare it for the first time. If you remove a spell from the action panel, it won't appear there automatically again. Abilities. Most characters have abilities which may be used a certain number of charges. Right, abilities, some kind of deal. Attack of opportunity. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent can provoke an additional attack upon your character without waiting for the opponent's turn. Such actions include, among other things, casting spells, attempts to move away from the opponent. Right, that's kind of like a divinity thing too, except for the 5-foot step in turn-based mode. Standing up from prone and shooting ranged weapons, technical mode. Slow down time for a better control. Of course, about hold shift space when the game is paused. So if I do this, I just, yeah, okay. So the guy, I need you to attack.
Aim
this
carefully.
dude. And you're attacking who now? What is this? Days.
Serves you right.
And you're casting a spell already, but help him with this assassin.
Yeah!
Yeah, he's good to have. Look at that shield. It's just right in front of him. Ooh, no. Not Lindsay. Careful, kid. She can treat... Yeah, she can cure light wounds, so I'm not too worried about that. Check out this one.
You deserved
since it's on Lindsay, please. And this one.
Leave this one to me.
And he can
attack.
He's gonna be good. He's fine. Oh, her music reaches the way out here. Nice.
A solid plan.
I'm gonna like move out of the way, I think. Wait.
Protect me, please.
Yeah, she needs help. Yeah, that's about HP. Cure light wounds. Healing potions can be bought from merchants, blah blah blah. We're gonna get some healing potions right now, I think. So If I just go over here and grab these, I should get some. Yeah, so it's a lot of loot, like I said. I might take some of these though. You know what? I'm gonna equip all those, but not for these ones, but not for the ones in the future. Just to sell, because they have the same kind of system that Divinity does in terms of like actual like trading with the merchants. You trade, and then what is it? You trade, and then you barter to get what you want, or you can just trade it straight up for gold. But really, what you want to do is you want to barter. Actually, I'm not going to give him all of these because he already has a lot. I'm going to give my guy the rest. This is your belt, by the way, so we put stuff on. Yeah, 5. Yeah, okay, so pretty cool armor. That flail's awesome. What's this? Show backpack. Show helmet. Is my backpack, really? I didn't know that. That's kind of like... I mean, I'm running around with a backpack. Do I really want to do that? Show backpack. I mean, I guess we all have backpacks. Except for him, he doesn't really have one. But she does, and... I mean, I don't really have one in that photo, though. She kind of does here, sitting on something. I don't know. I'll not have my backpack because I'm not sure what even modifies my backpack really. To be honest with you, I'll just have my standard stuff. Someone else can carry my stuff. I'm not using the backpack. All right. So that door is locked. Can I open it from this side? Just out of curiosity. No, it's blocked from the other side. It's blocked from both sides. Interesting. That's a very unusual block.
Tread lightly.
Alright, I'm gonna open some side doors. See what's going on. Yeah, you two both help out. I'm gonna go in here. What's all this stuff? What was that? Was that anything good? No, I think it was crap. Yeah, this is like similar, but it's not the same. Got some gold. Got some more stuff to sell. They couldn't even defend themselves, but they thought they could conquer the...
Let us be careful.
Stolen lands, I guess. That's what he said. Hey, free cat. Alright. Okay, cooking ingredient. More cooking ingredients. What's this? Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea. It is perhaps Avessan's most popular dish in the capital of Cheliax. It is baked in a cheese crust and sprinkled with lemon juice. The local fishermen use a different cooking method in Kadira, which is on the opposite end of Avessan. I'm not actually too familiar with the lore of this universe, so this is actually kind of cool to me. There you will find it finely chopped and mixed cold ingredients. The exact origin of the dish remains unknown, but it is generally believed to have been invented in Andoran and spread around the globe by seafarers and pilgrims. It's served as plain pate in its most basic version. To prepare it, soak the herring in spice marinade, then mince it into a spreadable paste. Add a mashed tart green apple, parboiled quail eggs, and freshest butter you can find, and half an onion. The list of ingredients may vary to in the inland regions. In the region of Nurmathos, beef or lamb is used for this snack. I once tasted a highly original and equally highly disgusting version cooked with milk and mushrooms on the border of Droma. I wonder if that's an actual, like, recipe. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just like lore. It might not be anything. All right, open this. I'll take that. No, I'm gonna wear. Actually, I'm not gonna wear those ones.
It's the end for you rats!
That's Amiri, right?
Enemy near.
So Amiri.
Aim carefully.
I'm here to help. I'm just gonna shoot.
Any last wishes?
And shoot.
Just die
shoot
already.
you too. Yeah. Wait, no, just shoot.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Blood for
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
That guy sounds very, like, vampire-like. Like he's, like... I don't know. Is he a vampire? Is this another vampire character? Heavy gate is securely locked. Looks good. There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous, I'm afraid I can't offer the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. What in the hell's name is that? They kill one of his guys. It's like a frost giant or some kind of undead thing? Some giant undead thing? I think it's a cross thing. I don't know. Frost giant. Gonna go with that. And that destroyed something when it was up there. Probably like the overhang because it's like huge. Alright, you know what? You guys are doing a great job of fighting this battle. I am going to leave. I can't leave. I can't just abandon this quest. Get myself out of here. Alright. Potion of Enlarged Person. Okay. And a spear. I will take all. I know I'm going to get overweight pretty soon, so I'm going to have to do some dropping of stuff. You know what? I might as well just get that out of the way now. So drop. I think if I do this, though, what is it? Weight in descending order, right? So I can do this, and this. A huge bag up here is where it's dropped, so if I drop anything I want to pick it back up, I can just go get the damn bag. But I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm going to leave the bag there. Yellow.
The path is clear.
Skill check. Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. Yep. So this is going to be dexterity. Really? Who has a better dexterity? I certainly am on the lower end of that. She does, actually. She does. She has pretty
Just
good
letting the ink dry. Applause, please.
Yep. Good stuff. She had dexterity. I did not.
We should prepare.
I'm gonna attack these guys.
Watch each other.
And then you can sing a song, and you will.
Time to get my hands dirty again.
This is where I step in.
Yeah, he can cast this over and over again, and I don't know why. It's really cool, though. It's like a standard action for him. That's really cool. Rare Frost Purification. He doesn't run out, and he doesn't run out of this one either. You can have either up, but this... Yeah, these he has to sleep for, but these two... I like that change to spell.
And Lindsay was called forth.
That's the one thing where it's like, oh, well, you have to rest, you have to rest. Yeah, I get it, but it does kind of break from like just like action. I'm just gonna start taking those right now, and they can get the rest of their stuff. So this hallway. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just looking at some stats here. I should draw this right. I'm gonna open this.
Anything else?
I'll go ahead.
I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, highlight objects. I mean, that's kind of better, maybe. This. Maybe. Weapons. Compass of longbow. Maybe, like, maybe. Again, we don't know what kind of tea I'm gonna have, so. Might as well grab various things. Watchkeeper's key. Okay, good. I'll take that. And is that better than my current shield? I don't know. Alright, let's see here. That is slightly better. What are these? Medium and heavy. So let me go with that one. Did it even change anything? Probably not. That one did, yeah, but it's a lower class. That did change my dexterity a bit, though, I think. I'm not entirely sure. It might have. Qualities, additional attack bonus. What about this one? It's the same. Okay, so. Got it with the encumbrance stuff. Back this way.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Okay, so skill checks for perception, and then trickery to disarm traps. Who has good trickery? So, he clearly does not. She does. I think she has the best, so. She's a halfling, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. Check the room.
I see something.
Okay, so... Oh, it paused because of that. Got
What
it.
troubles you?
So she can disarm that way everyone else takes care of other stuff, so...
Applause,
Everyone
please.
counts on me.
Would you look at that? Anything is possible. Applause, please. I see something. I wrote it like I saw it.
You sure did. Wait, why did he move around her? That was kind of dumb. Fine. Probably stupid on my part to let them get so close. Actually, can she benefit from any of this? I don't even know. 6, 5, 6. Max dexterity. She looks better, and actually looks kind of like what she's already wearing. She's wearing the scythe too. And she can't use potions or anything to heal her like that because she is undead. Let's give her a bow though. Let's give her this bow just so she has something. He can't use any of those things, but she probably can. She's a caster of sorts. That one and this one. I'm telling you, Jumanji's catch has to be here somewhere. Well, then hurry up before it stops. Someone's coming.
You cannot stand against me.
Yeah, someone is coming. She's gonna go after him. Oh, they're both going after Lindsay. That's not cool.
A solid
plan.
plan.
We are friends. Don't go after Lindsay. There we go.
Out of my way!
And yeah.
Unworthy.
Serves you right.
I'm not sure how he has the endless spell casting. That's really cool. You can use that ability over and over again. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm just not sure how I can get that in other characters. Great. I'm doing really good with inventory management this time around, and definitely even better with the potions. Now, there's gonna be a puzzle coming up soon. This is kind of like as far as I got. We need both rooms, so
I shall not fail.
I'm gonna take Mega and go next door. So yeah. So it's essentially a puzzle. I kind of like got it once.
Request.
By messing with it.
Let us bide our
like,
time.
There wasn't like a science to it. So that controls those two in this room.
Just letting the ink dry.
That controls those two.
The road awaits.
I think. And this controls which one now?
Adventures call to them.
If I have him all selected and I just do this, and I think he'll move. He'll move over. So yeah, but if I have them all selected, will it just be okay? Good. Yeah, I can just do it like that. Okay, cool. I got this once. I can get it again. Ooh, close. One of you. You're only up here. Then you're this. You're that. You're just that. You're that. Wait, I didn't get it though. I didn't get the secret room. I did it. Yeah. Ooh, I hate puzzles like this sometimes. Oh wait, it opened up another secret room. I didn't even know there were two. So there's one for down, there's one for up. Okay. There's gotta be a way to just get... So this one only affects these two. It affects the one next to it. This one affects all three. And this one affects that one. And this one affects that one. Close again. This one affects that one. This one affects all three of those. I keep missing the pattern in this. Ugh. So many patterns. There we go. I didn't know there were two. Okay, cool.
The path is clear.
Sweet.
Tread lightly.
Nunchucks. Cool. What is that? That wand. It's available. Okay, so it's available to him. Is he wearing a wand? Is that why you can do that? No, he's not wearing a wand. Interesting. Still not clear why that's a thing. Though.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Okay, they're all attacking her, so I'm gonna run her back. Have him get
Forwards!
Likewise with him.
Leave this one to me.
Wretched
Focus
things.
the same one, and then run her butt back here. sneak attack. I totally saw him.
Yes.
Ah! Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Psh. Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
Okay. I never did get that heal. The rest of that charge potion. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
So dialogue skill checks, we kind of encounter some of this. Trying to convince a character of something, the check will result in determine the dialogue develops. The character in the party with the highest bonus and the desired skill is usually used to determine the check. Okay, so... Diplomacy. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself, you've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Spell conversion, at least a cleric. Okay. And he has Destructive Smite. On Dial there, he also has his own. Yeah, this can be for her. She can't be healed by conventional means. I'm gonna give him some potions, just so he has them. Does he need better armor? I think he's kind of set. And he also has a flail on the mace, so yeah. We're mace buddies. Formations. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at formations. Let's do it like this. Can't move it there, but I think I can move it here. And I want to put her in the back, her up front. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, that works.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Who are you?
Keston, House Gares, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
What's going on here?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
Good for you.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Indeed, the Abadars. Alright, so some of the story does play out like this. It plays out through like comic book style, which is pretty cool. Like illustrated book episodes, yeah. So you get to make decisions here. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we expected. The whole team who gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Hudwig, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. So this is all from the perspective of Lindsay too, because she's writing on everything. Everything written is Lindsay. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire. Literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves in buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair, and after that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It's a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Hudwig led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made... Are those things both halflings? I know one of them's a halfling. The other one's probably a gnome or something. It's not a dwarf. No one seems to get along. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valeri, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in the calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now amid the smoke and flames, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Hudwig rushed to save the guards from the fire. Succeeded. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valari pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you," she said. "And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Gained 9 experience. And she's a part of the party now, so yeah, there's that. She's also a shielder. I don't think she has those skills I was led to believe about earlier. He's also a shielder, so I'm going to put him up front too. I'm kind of looking at this as the front, but I don't think it is. I think this is the front or whatever. Conditions. Only she's fatigued. Okay. And she does use tower shields. She's using one right now. She probably tower shield specialist, so she probably has the same skills I did too. Damn it. So if I'd gotten that other skill with, like, you know, standing together as a shield wall or whatever, I could probably use it with her Actually, I don't know. I don't see it here. So, let's see. Does she have shit wrong? I don't see it. So she would need to have that for that to be effective. Wait, what?
Here.
What did I just say? It said something. Let's see. Abilities. Atheism. Do I have that? I don't even have religion. I never got a chance to even choose my religion, I don't think. Deity selection. Yeah, he's a gnome. She's gonna be a halfling. Where's a halfling? Dwarf, human. So 2 humans, an undead elf, a gnome, and a halfling walk out of the burning building. Thank you, valet. I owe you my life. If I ever get my hands on that arsonist. I thought I was a goner. Got it. She's like the captain of the guard. Okay, this is the end right here, so yeah. And you can do like a review of everything and check if you want to leave anything on the map. I do want to leave a few things on the map. I don't want all this crap, so. Although I do have the, it's gonna be over, well, 189 pounds. I should be, yeah, I should be okay. There we go. Yeah. Now I should be okay. Earlier, the stolen lands are dangerous. Investigate your surroundings to gather clues and see the amount of weight you should prepare for your party for. Someone's in trouble. Reinforcements are already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. First step on the road. Help has arrived. Quick. We need to save Lady Jamandi. Alright. You got it. Saving Lady Jamandi.
What troubles you?
Sing us a song.
I shall not fail.
I am rushing into battle. And are you
Give
joining me? No, you're not for some reason. Alright,
Let us
fine.
strike as one. Share your will.
What is this? Divine favorite person.
Unworthy.
Yes.
Go ahead and cast Bless. And
Time's wasting.
Go ahead and attack.
Leave this one to me.
Be careful, everyone.
Right, so
Serves you right.
you drink one of these. I have someone that can just. Oh, I did.
Wash.
Nice. Sweet. So that was handled well. Assassinate, I'll take all of that. See, this is stuff that alchemists would use and like throw and stuff like that, but I don't have the alchemist. Wait, can I just take all this thing? I don't take it all. That seems like waste. Oh wait, no, waste kind of getting there. But we'll be selling stuff soon. Soon enough, we'll be selling stuff. Yeah, I just can't throw that either.
Someone else should use it.
No, I gave it to you.
I shall keep it for someone else.
Weird. Okay.
Let us be careful.
What does a Marriott say? Not even departed, and we already won our first battle. Seems like a good omen, right? Oh, I
I'll go
this
ahead.
one. Instead of Luke's. I'll take it. An unheard of atrocity. Mark my words, we'll find out who is behind it. We got the Frost Giant too. Take the axe.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring. Lady Aldori, I saw it with my own eyes. The ring must be in his pocket. Search him and I'm sure...
Enough, Tartuccio. I'm still the one giving orders here. We won't be searching anyone. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
What?
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Who's asking her? She's like not even really involved. She's been on the sidelines the whole time.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand... He's got the eyes of a spy, and the mug of a spy!
Thanks, Amiri. At least someone has my back.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Let's see here. Moral choices. Sometimes your characters make difficult choices relying on their conscience or lack thereof. Oh, and this is the stuff I was talking about earlier that switches your alignment. So lawful neutral, forgive me for my trespass and my defense. We were in the middle of a battle and I need of weapons. We're in the middle of a battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask permission. Chaotic neutral. Or lawful neutral. And this kind of affects, like, you know, your actual team makeup and how other NPCs will perceive you. It's not like in some D&D games where it just changes, if it even changes. This actually will have immediate consequences. So, what would Hudwig do? He would do that.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
Wait, what?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Again, I kind of know some things, but not a lot. No spoilers. But but I'm trying to figure out how would Hudwig answer these accusations. Hudwig would do the neutral good. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
So I think I know my party now.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do.
I hope I still get
Two
Amiri,
teams
because
will
Amiri's
head out.
cool.
That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the two teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany
The
Tartuccio.
dwarf is kind of like on the emo dark side, but not like undead like the elf. So yeah, he's gonna. I think even like he's a priest of like not a dark god, but like a god of like death. That's like it. That's all it is. So that's why he's always going to die. He's very depressed. So I have to make depressed choices in order to impress him, I think. And then for the elf, she's just on the evil side, but not like chaotic evil. I think she's just lawful evil. So I have to make those kind of choices. So I lost her.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
And as long as I do like good things and I'm like a good guy, like I'll always have Lindsay at my side.
As for me, I know neither of these two. At least not well enough.
Who is asking?
And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
She's just like interjecting at every single possible moment. It's kind of hilarious.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spine guts from the trees.
Oh damn! So, wait. So he got the dwarf and the elf. Nice. Okay, so this time around, because we already got, so I can kind of do a little spoiler just comparisons so you can see how early on your choices matter. For my alchemist at this point, my alchemist, I kind of played him kind of like a zany madman kind of guy. I just want to see his choices, and he had different choices because his alignment was different. It wasn't chaotic good; it was chaotic neutral, and he sort of shifted to the evil side during this whole opening sequence. He actually ended up being in a party with just him, the captain of the guard there, Valerie, the elf, and what's her face, Amiri. That's all he had. So that's interesting that I get Amiri no matter what. I think I don't think you can have a party of less than 4, but maybe you can. I don't know.
All right, we have two teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent,
I'll forgive it for now.
while you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
I wonder if I really only have 3 months, like in game, obviously. Like, because there is time lapse in the game. You can find previous cues from current dialogue by scrolling. Ooh.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
Yeah, this is more organic. Like, even like the image, like there's Hudwig, there's Lindsay. For me, it was like the alchemist, so he's not even in the picture, and Lindsay wasn't part of the team, but she's still like giving all her dialogue because everything written is by her, and she's not involved in anything, so. Party encumbered, yeah, because, yeah, we're smaller now. Let me drop some stuff. So, yeah, drop Lost Forever. Yeah, I know Lost Forever. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm gonna drop everything. Drop. I thought I could get to the trading post before this and sell some stuff, but that is not in the cards, I don't think. I might read that later. That seems to be fair in terms of, like, what and whatnot. So let's do some traveling. We're traveling along the Shriek River. Get ready, random encounter.
Blood for Gorham!
Blood for Gorham, indeed. Yeah, they're all on Hudwig. So I think they're automatically going to. Yeah, they are. I will sing a song for you guys, though. Good job. Alright, so setting up camp is interesting. This is kind of another fun aspect because this reminds me actually of that one game. It's one of the has actually nothing to do with this genre. It's an anime game. They've had several series. I think they're all called like symphonies or symphonias. What are they? What were they called? Doesn't know. I have no idea. But I played a few of them. They were on consoles mostly. And they are all like anime style. And then they are all like, even like the polygons are an anime look. If I can remember the name, I'll try to think of it. I'll probably continue much later. But I think they're all like called like symphonias of something. Like they're all like symphonia this, symphonia that. And like the one I played involved like songsters. And the guy's a doppelganger of himself. Spoiler alerts. But yeah, it's always like a war between elves and humans, and elves come from a parallel dimension, and they need to drain the life force of the planet the humans are on, and vice versa. It's an endless cycle, blah, blah, blah. But they have like a whole thing like where like you like characters in your party had like skill professions, and they could cook, they could clean, etc. And that all like took place in the camp. So this is definitely a throwback to that because that kind of stuff happens. You assign people to like certain things like hunting, and based on their skills, they will have better skills like camouflaging the camp, guarding the camp, guard shifts, and cooking, etc. Last time I didn't have Lindsay, so she's probably going to be a better cook than I was. For me, last time the alchemist was the cook because he had more world knowledge. Or maybe Lindsay had more knowledge. We'll see. Who is the better cook? So that's the info from that one. I can skin these. Yeah, I got more skin last time. What the hell? But I'm over encumbered again. So yes, the one thing about having Lindsay in the party is that she's smaller. So, it's like, weight's going to be an issue. Let me go ahead and arrange this. Weight, descending order. Okay, so drop that. Drop this. Drop that.
So they walked on.
If I do this, I like having Lindsay in the party more better anyway because it makes more sense story-wise. You can do rest. You can do this on the main map too, and nothing like you don't see anything get set up. It just goes to this screen, which I'm gonna show right here. It just goes to this screen on the main map. You don't see anything else. So she's gonna hunt. I'm not gonna use the rations. Camp camouflage. The probability of being found is reduced. And then hearty meal cooking. I'm gonna have her be the guard. When I had the special roles, it depends on who you put in there. But when I had the elf, since she's undead, I put her in special roles and she could summon undead guards too, and that would help protect the camp more. So it didn't do the night watch, but it definitely like went to some other stat in the camp that made things better. So I can manage. This is where you see that stuff. So she's gonna do hearty meal, I think, because she has +7. He's gonna do camouflage, but I don't, which is weird because if you don't do that, inspire competence, sharpen weapons. Yeah, she should go there. If you don't do that, I don't know what my guy can do. He can't do anything in that role. Yeah, 17. I can help her with hunting. I can help her with cooking, or I could do the night shift. Yeah, because camouflage, if I help try to put up camouflage, it's going to be minus. I'll actually expose us. I'm that terrible. So hearty meal, I'm going to trust her to make the hearty meal. So everyone got in position, and I'm going to start resting. You don't see that whole sequence.
Do mammoth lords have their own writing system? They must have much to tell.
The legends of my people are passed from generation to generation. If someone doesn't get into a legend, then he's a weakling, and there's nothing to talk about.
Oh, she spoiled the hearty meal. I should have helped with the hearty meal. We could have been cooking pals. Because you get a 16-hour buff, that's really nice. And now we don't have it, so I know now for next time. I'm gonna leave all of that stuff behind. Lindsay, author of the book, my dear reader, hold in your hands. Right, and this one, knock it over because we just defeated that. So let's keep going. Down the road. Outskirts. So Oleg's trading post.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Sure. We'll enter, we'll get some more dialogue and some more story, and we'll make some more terrible decisions. Sounds good. Incoming terrible decisions. Okay. Oh, interesting. I'm entering here at night. Last time I entered here like during the afternoon or day. Save yourselves, okay. In the name of the Stag Lord, the ha-ha-ha lawful authority, or wait, that's the actual laughing, not ha-ha-ha, in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money, and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come... One large man with a rough face stops talking when he notices you. You must be the guest from Restov. What's going on here? Isn't it obvious? These thugs are robbing us honest settlers. They say they're taking some tax for their leader, the Stag Lord. But I didn't swear allegiance to any Stag Lords. I pay my taxes to Restov. But Restov is so far away, Oleg, and the Stag Lord is so close. And as for you, get out of here before it's too late. This is our land. We own it. Our duty is to protect the trading post. I don't know why she didn't voice this. Don't waste your breath on scum like this. What would Hudwig do? My task is to clear this land of bandits. I'll start right now. Retreat. We're too few for a fight. Let's call help from the camp. No way. Just means we can rob a few idiots instead of just one. To arms, everyone.
Running won't help you.
Oh, she disappeared though. Okay, they're all on... Oh, they're all on her, not Hudwig. Okay.
Aim carefully.
Sing us a song. What's on your... Oh, I didn't put anything on your belt at all. I should do that. Here are some potions for you. There we go. I think we're good.
This is where I like it.
Training pays off.
Serves you right.
We're clearing them. Level up. Nice.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
So they're gonna auto level up, I think, in the build I chose. Wait, what? Level up to... Okay. Yeah, because I can't do any edits. Points? Oh, wait, no, I can. Mobility. Mobility, I think, affects... I think mobility affects that. Let me see if I can... No, I can't do that either. Trickery, athletics, lower nature. Let me do this one, and this one, and this one. Yeah, let's do that. That's weird because last time it didn't let me actually do anything with the skills. I wonder why. But this time it does. Rage in the ring gains by attack if used. So she can bite people. Whoops. Beast totem lesser. I think last time it had me do... Wait. Call task, guard stance. Reckless stance, lethal stance. Let's do that, because it did that last time, so... And that's an actual thing that I can just... Yeah, I can just keep it on there. Mobility, athletics, stealth. Yeah, she's a barbarian. She doesn't need to be stealthy.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Okay, and I think... Oh, maybe that's what it was. Did I load a pre-made... Auto level up for all your characters. This will change the game sequence. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so I must have hit that at some point. And I never figured out how to get it back. Let me go back. Because I'm not sure why it does that. Like, ew. But that doesn't explain everything else. Okay, so no. Yes, I mean. Pick your character's class. Oh, she already has a class. Oh, I think like to like level it up. I see. I see what they're doing. You can have like multiple classes picked out on this side. I got you. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna hit pre-made because I want to like at least change some of this stuff. Okay, and a bard apparently needs everything. Gotcha. So yeah, charisma is the one here for that. Persuasion. Let me throw some in there. Use magical device. World knowledge, so we're all better at cooking. Trickery, so we're friends. Mobility. Yeah, let's do that. Mobility. I think mobility affects... Well, you see, that's the thing. Skills are affected by ability scores, but not vice versa directly, I think. I think that's how that works. Weapon focus, intimidating. Prowess, skill focus, iron guts. The character with this talent casts iron stomach on its strong souls, withstands poison, especially ingested ones. Fast stuff. Huh. Can't observe that. Combat track. Okay, I mean, she's using a crossbow. Can she even do that? Underground plains, highlands, forests. Let's go with plains. Yeah, let's go with plains. Ear-piercing scream. Oh, she gets one more thing. Cause fear, necromancy, transmutation, grease, haze of dreams, hideous laughter. Let's get laughing. You know. I mean, it's going to be hideous, but still better than nothing. So
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Do you get exhausted from leveling up? Probably. I mean, it's a process. Okay, her thing is the fighter stuff, so I would put 1 into fighter, which gets you to level 2. See, that's what it's doing. So you can put 1 in another class and get to level whatever. But, yeah. Yeah, see? But then both... So you're level 2, but then both classes in that character are both level 1. This will make like you level 2 fighter. Versus like level 2, level 1 necromancer, level 1 monk or something like that. So interesting stuff. She can probably also benefit from lore, religion. I'm gonna do lore, religion, and athletics. And I'm running out of things to actually put down here. How am I gonna do? I guess persuasion. Like, that one's kind of hard because she doesn't really. Yeah. So I'm gonna get that shield wall thing if I can find it. Here we go. None of your companions have this feat. Whenever you are wielding a shield and not adjacent to an ally wielding a shield, the AC bonus from your shields increases depending on. That sounds really cool. Oh, it's pretty defensive. So I'm also going to get that on my guy here. He needs persuasion, lore of the world, and I think athletics. That'll do. And then he's also going to get shield wall. Yeah, teamwork feat. Yeah, there are a lot of teamwork feats. I think that's a cool feature that will allow for some interesting gameplay. So go ahead here. Yeah, stealth mobility. He has to work on that. But overall, I think he's okay. Okay, that. It's nighttime. Let's talk to this dude. Take that, you scoundrels. But now, the girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were all right. My name is Svetlana. Okay. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they and when will they arrive? Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang. That's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut. And you just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there, and what do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gates so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many they are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come, sometimes it's the whole gang. I've had shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claimed they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord, they're killed fast, if they're lucky. If not, Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Oksh and Doven from Nishkrosh, wow, okay, come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. Okay, so now there's some deals here. I can wait for the attack. Enough about the bandits for now. Nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack, and I'll help you, but I'm not really interested in the blah blah. Sit to your person. That's Hudwig. Hudwig is not a goody two shoes, but he's a hardened mercenary, but he has a good heart. So it's going to be 1 or 3 or 4. Let's go with 3. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levinton is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If you manage to defend the post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. There are some pretty solid traps around. Some tar in a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Alchemist fire? We could put that by the gate, light it off from the burning area when those bandits are nearby. With my alchemist, I think I chose the alchemist number 2. Can you answer a few questions for me? Let's put that up by the gate. But that could set the post on fire, Oleg shouts in surprise. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes. I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. Can you answer a few questions for me? I'm afraid they'll come back while we're chatting away, but what's to be done? Enough about the bandits for now. Tell me more about yourselves. Surely there are more important things to discuss. Well, alright. We're just honest people who came here from Restov. We fix up the old fort to house travelers and give merchants a place to trade with locals. We also deal with occasional huntsmen in the area. What does any of this matter? When those bandits come back, they'll either drain us dry or just kill us. I saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who that was? That must have been Boken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. Let's see here. I'd like to see your goods. Don't know what good trading will serve if those bloodsuckers come back and take everything, but alright, have a look. So yeah, the trading system, the buying system is very similar to like Divinity and games like that. So let's see here. I'm going to pretty much throw everything that I have over here. I'm going to save that axe for now, just because like it's the axe from that whole thing. And I keep forgetting if she has a better weapon. Her sword's like I'm talking about Amiri. Her sword is like a big knife or something like that, so. Can I just right click these or no, I guess I can. Oh, I can double click. Okay, fine. That's faster. Spear, heavy mace, this, what the hell's this? Collector repay. Okay, fine. And then these nunchucks, right? Monk weapon. Interesting. I don't have an alchemist. Maybe I get one later. I don't know. But I don't know about the books either. I guess I'll just keep them for now. I wanna keep this wand though. That's for sure. Torches, maybe daggers. I can kind of toss. I'll keep 2 just in case. I'll get rid of these rusty swords. This is all... What is this? Okay. These are all things I can sell. I guess I can put on that ring now. I don't know. I don't trust this ring. Gives you an extra armor class. But you know what? I'm going to sell this freaking ring. Take that. Well, you know what? No. Maybe something else happens in the story where I need that ring. Merchant will pay well for it. Merchant will pay well for it. Merchant will pay well for it. Merchant will pay well. Pay well. Pay well. Yeah. What would be nice is a trash button. Just like, you know what? This is all trash. Here you go. What is this? Potion of bark skin. More alchemist stuff. That's an ingredient. That's an ingredient. This is definitely an ingredient. This is a scroll. Pay well. Pay well. Pay well. Pay well. Okay. Now if I just do this, okay, cool. I'm still kind of overweight. I'm like middle of the ground right there, medium. I want to. This great. I'm gonna check to see what the deal is with that axe, but that gives me some pause. Banded mail, I don't think I need that. Breastplate, not that. Full plate, that could work, but like a super expensive 1500 half plate. Maybe. Ring of protection. I'll just take her money. Deal. So now I have almost 1,000. Good. I have a lot of potions left, wands, etc. This stuff, camping supplies, is pretty heavy. 12 pounds, so the potions. I'm surprised the potions didn't get that heavy so fast. Alright, and then strength is the modifier for a lot of this. Let me actually look at what hers says, what she says about this. Can be equipped. So it's 1 to 12 damage, it's slashing. Her sword has a +1 enhancement, plus it looks cooler, actually, to be honest with you. It looks much cooler. So I'm gonna say yes to keeping Her sword, oversized enhancement. Ginormous sword, yeah. Hers looks cooler anyway. Show backpack. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to see the backpack. And that works. She's a warrior, like me, so. You know what? Just for variety purposes, yes, because I'm not wearing mine. So yeah. And they all have, she doesn't have her pots either. Sorry about that. Dark skin for you. No one else can wear this ring but me. Okay. So that's like a unique thing to me. That's why I was kind of wondering, like, I'm gonna keep it then, just because you never know. There's gonna be something in the story that's be like, oh, like this is happening. Let's talk to Boken. I'm Boken, local herbalist. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. I live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving Rostov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here in Oleg and Svetlana's posts. They let me out. They let me in out of kindness, help me with things. They bring me water or firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. We could use your help finding the bandits. Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. Potion of Cure Light Wounds. The bandits here bother you as much as Svetlana and Oleg, maybe more. Help us get rid of them for good. Failed. I'd rather sit in the bushes and watch you and Oleg beat the daylights out of those thugs. Watch it from a distance is more fun, you know? We'll talk later.
I wrote it like
who
I saw it.
has better diplomacy? I don't know. Perception will play a role, right? In that. Perception +3. No, not perception. Persuasion. F8. 8. Maybe Lindsay? I need to talk to him. Oh, it already chose the character with the higher, I think. Yeah, and I can't do it again. I thought it said somewhere that I could do that, but maybe I was wrong. The gate hinges are deformed and the deadbolts are broken. It seems someone didn't want this gate to what? Close? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can see her little lamp. This box contains various household and hunting tools. You notice some good steel and traps in the box. Use the traps to help catch the bandits. There we go. Oh, they're all over the place. Don't step on those traps. Let me talk to Svetlana. Okay, yeah. There's another dialogue. We'll talk later. Good talk. Let's avoid the traps. Is that a Forgy? No, it's not. It's a it's a cute little guy though. Whatever kind of dog it is. I think that's like a Shiba or something close. Looks like a definitely not a Pom. Too short hair. Or it could be a short hair Pom, I don't know.
The path is clear.
It's a barky guy. Or gal. Ooh, they have pet rats too, or that's just rats. Right, what's this? The old well has been renovated and cleaned. It even has a new roof. It does. That's very observant of you. What's in here? Bucklers. Ooh, I could use that actually. She could use that, Lindsay. 1 to 10, range critical, 50 feet, proficiency. Okay, yeah. This is actually better, I want to say. And have her use that, because she actually, I'm gonna leave it out here. How's my words? Sweet. And you move all around the map too. Get a full feel of everything. You can see where the bags are and everything too. What is that? A chicken? What the hell is that? Is that a cat? Is that, they have like little baby coyotes running around here? This farm is out of control. There's some disgusting slush in the pot. This seems to be tar. Spill tar near the trading post entrance to help slow down the bandits. Yes. Nice. Jasper. That's some gold. I'll take it all. I'll take it all. Oh, what's up here? A spoon? Probably for a merchant. Jump back down. They got some bird problems here. And a chicken. And some chicks. Yep. Potato. Gotcha. There's another path up here. I think this is just laundry. Nothing's up here. Yeah, nothing's up there.
Let's head out.
Nice. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Loot. There's loot up there? Really? What's up here? What's over here? Oh, this was separate in the part. That was part of that crate. Okay. And there's apparently loot over here too. This guy I did not kill. That's interesting. Who just has that? We've been essentially everywhere, I think. Wish you could talk to the dog. Be like, hey, what's up, pal? Alright. Should I rest? They are fatigued. Can I rest? You cannot rest here. I didn't think so. They are fatigued, though. You know what? Well, I'm gonna save. I cannot. We'll talk about that. Can I leave? And then, no, probably not. Just tar there. But yeah, let's just do it. Wait for the attack. Fear not. I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Finally, a fight. It's war with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about. But I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful. Please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests. They should really just voice act those parts. I can't do voice acting.
Enemy near.
Oh, that was helpful. Oh, they're all going after Oleg. I gotta help him. So... Oh, it did rest for me. Let me go ahead and do that. I don't want to get her into the fire. I'll move her here. And you... Oh, I don't want to get into the traps either. Come this way. You be careful though.
Attack!
Tear them apart!
Do not falter!
That worked out.
Onwards!
You deserved it.
What the? I lost Oleg? Oh, he was dragged on the crate. Oh wait, no, he's back up. Okay, good. I was like, what? Oleg, I ran out there so you wouldn't die. Gotta get back, bud. Alright. I'm not gonna take everything because it's too much weight if I do. How much do I have? I could take it all, yeah. Yeah, I'm at heavy now, but yeah, I can sell it all back. You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. We should call Boken out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If there were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. Receive gold coins times 100. Can I sell to you? We'll talk tomorrow. I still need to clean this mess, and getting rid of all this blood will take forever. And tar. At least everything didn't burn down. Wait, whoa. Okay. The traps, they didn't solve the traps.
Here
I saw that and I was like, wait.
See.
Let us bide our time.
Oh, I can just change my rollout from there, nice.
Observe the others. Learn from their mistakes before they learn from yours.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm glad it's all over. Even if there was a fight, we'll talk tomorrow once I've finished working. Finished working on what? No one else is in here. Let me sell it here. I'm gonna steal your potatoes for that. And all your ingredients. Good luck making food. Alright. Time to go upstairs. Is that chest? Hey, cat, you have got a lot of pets.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's locked. Don't worry, Lindsay. I know you tried. What's this? Guide for Travelers, Hunters, Explorers on the River Kingdoms, Volume 5, Monsters and the Beast. Will-O-Wisp, an amusing glowing ball which looks harmless and doesn't arouse any natural suspicion, pretends to be a guiding light in the marshes, but leads travelers to certain death. The agonizing fear of their victims is this monster's nourishing dinner. That's kind of creepy. What time is it? I got about 30 minutes. If you manage to resist their tricks, make sure you have some electrical protection. The monsters electrocute any visitors if fails to lure into terror. Interesting. Werewolf. Werewolves prefer to hunt in groups and attack lone travelers. It's entirely possible that a Varisian camp or troop could turn into a pack of bloodthirsty lycanthropes under cover of darkness. Ordinary weapons stand little chance against them, but a silver blade greatly increases your chance of survival. Primals. Powerful creatures of the primal realm occasionally visit the world for amusement. It's best to stay out of a primal's way. Don't fight it. It's extremely dangerous. But if a life is at stake, resort to cold steel. A primal, like a... I don't know what that is. Like an elemental? No idea. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. My personal stash. Hey, well, someone's a red panda pet. Red panda's emotional support provides +1 morale to saving throws. You acquired this item while exploring Oleg's trading post. I sure did. I will take that red panda. Having been a red marmot myself. Potion of Vanish. Okay. Are these just all things I can use? Belt unidentified ring. I'm already overweight, so I might just take all of them. So what does this do exactly? How does this red panda thing work? Equip. Use. What did that do? Did it do anything?
Our duty calls.
Oh, it's a persistent thing. That's cool. Hey, look at the little guy go. Nice. Alright. Can I get another ring here? Ability to cast Bless Spell at least. Ability to cast Bless Spell as a first level cleric 3 times a day. Oh, okay. Can anyone cast Bless? Well, you certainly can't. You can learn your magic, and you're a bard. So I will take this ring, and I will wear it with pride. Because we're +2 enhancement bonus to Constitution and +2 resistance bonus to 7 times against disease, fatigue. I too will also take this. Because compared to you guys, my health is not as high. Yeah, like, you're like 29, you're 30. Like that's supposed to be at 28, so I'm like at least in the running. At least in the running. Now you're the only one that can use scrolls, so here. Let's go ahead and do descending order. All these are things to sell as well. Okay. Got it. Okay. I think that's in this area, so to bed. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnatural, thick fog that surrounded you. Slowly moving closer and closer, a quick look out the window, and you find that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. It's like a plant made out of, what? A fairy made out of plants. It has fairy wings and whatnot. But it's big. Oh, everyone else is asleep in the bed. I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
Wait, hang on. The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
So how can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thorn Ford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
The Thorn Ford has been revealed. Wait, isn't Isn't fog like part of nature? Like what? Alright, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
Why didn't anyone else wake up? My red panda did. It's right over there. That little update sound was a bit different. Like that's I've heard that in another game. What game was that? I don't even remember. Maybe it was WoW, actually. There are no threats in this location. It is sort of headquarters where you can prepare your party for a new expedition. In such locations, companions don't follow you around, and you will go about their own business. You can speak with them freely to know them better. Once you exit this location and return to the global map, you will be able to choose the companions you wish to take with you, leaving the others here. Whenever you meet a new companion, you don't want to include them in your party right away. This companion will travel to this location on their own. Okay. So we are making some progress. Alright, I am going to put, because I don't have an alchemist. I don't want to use this in any like, weird way or blow myself up. I'm going to put those there. A large person, remove blindness, potion of vanish, scrolls. A lot of this stuff can be sold. I will put on the cloak. Wait, who has the cloak? In her picture, she does have one. So I'll give it to her. Wait, in his picture, does he? Let me see. I can't see the full body pic. But he might actually, too. So maybe give it to him? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, I think that's what that blue thing is. Yeah, so he is looking pretty decked out. I'll throw this in there too, just you know. Should I throw away all the ingredients inside of here too? I have these torches. Actually, kind of enjoying this game a lot. Summon the red panda. Summon the red panda. Where is it? It's on my belt. What can I summon him? I need to summon the red panda. Why? What can I summon him? Oh. Don't tell me he's like a spell. I have to rest to get him back or something like that, right? Well, he's not in here anymore. Maybe if I just do this, and then do this, and then do this. Nope. Let's talk to Lindsay. A halfling girl with tousled hair wearing a dusty traveler's outfit sits chewing the tip of her quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in the notebook, scrawled with verse, raises her eyes, and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Where are you from? I'm from all over. Ha ha ha. It's not ha ha. It's ha. Or that. I was actually born in Galt. It's just a tiny village that is not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there, milking goats, eating turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Who was your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital at the Church of Shellen, but he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most godforsaken priestess village he could find, the one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas into our children's heads. It'll only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Argonauts of Avestan. And when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave me a magic ring so that Shellen would protect me from harm. I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's alright. I ask Sheldon every day to grant him a long life and new students. Archknights of Avestan? Who are they? Oh, you haven't heard of them. How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the history of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventurers are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. Now look at me. Here I am on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides some radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tessie the Quill, happened to cross our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me in as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevo and Taldor and even Ostalav. And then I found out about the Academy of the Grand Arts in Pitax, and I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me. But that's okay. They'd already taught me all the important stuff, and now with Sheldon's help, I can manage on my own. I wonder why she was expelled. Jesus Christ. Do you worship Sheldon? Yes. Not to offend the other gods, but she's the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the Eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. They might, I don't know. Let me ask you something else. You come from Pitax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Pitax. Even though they kicked me out, a joyful place. What is life in Pitax like? Actually, Pitax has always been one of the huge nests of thieves, bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home to the likes of them. But that was before Eravati became king. With him, a whole different life began there. Eravati always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown, though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts, so he built the Academy of Grand Arts, and he spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets, and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitax was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. What do you know of King Eravati? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me from the moment he appeared, he started pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitax, and also he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Conceited? Getting drunk with whores at the pub. That's not Lord Eravati's style. Oh no, he aims higher, dressing up like a male Calistria with a golden codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy with dancing on the rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great king, to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. He also likes singing. And he orders his guards to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Sheldon have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the academy you studied at. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to Eravati for building it. But he has no taste at all whatsoever. He likes art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on gray scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Titan Zia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me. And for what? An innocent limerick? Oh, she insulted him. That's why she got expelled. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now and returned all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was worth Iravati's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. As long as mediocre lick-spittles sit at the academy and those with real talent beg on the streets of Pitax, I will not cross the threshold of that place. Let me ask you about something else. Of course, please ask. I'd be happy to chat all day. Unfortunately, I don't have all day, but we'll go with that. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was in the academy, Eobald, the insightful, began his literature course with the question, what is a person? And he answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Our world does not consist of things. All these woods, seas, and cities, it consists of stories about those things, the stories we tell ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass and there will be no me, no you. All your subjects will be long gone. But you and I will live on in people's memories and influence their deeds, thanks to this very book. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. The truth doesn't hurt me. Who do you think my most severe critic is? That's right, it's me. This is my first real book, and I have much yet to learn. But don't you worry, I will do your feats justice. And if I put my foot in my mouth here and there, then we can print a second edition, revised and corrected. Your book is full of inconsistencies. Well, yes, I can admit that. Sometimes one has to bend a few details for the sake of dramatic effect. It's called poetic truth. I write about everything as if I saw it with my own eyes, even parts of the adventure that I wasn't around for. But I do always carefully question everyone who was with you at the time. I think of it as of a general picture. In the end, you're the hero of this book, and I am just the storyteller. So what kind of character am I? Truth be told, I was a little afraid of meeting a real hero. In books, they're all protectors of the weak and poor, but what about in real life? But you eased all my fears with 2 shakes of a tail. You're a true hero, just like in the legends. My new fear is that in 100 years, my readers will say that people like you never existed. But I'm writing the truth. You are like a force of nature, wild and unpredictable. You're full of surprises. I doubt I could make up a protagonist like you, even if I tried very hard. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, there are only drafts, or these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. I just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about you, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course, it's a book about you, but it's my book, understood? The small writer's eyes glow rebelliously. Here are some choices alignment-wise. Ooh, there are a lot of them. Hudwig would say this, but it's number 1, and I hate just choosing the first thing. Write whatever you wish. It's your right. But I shall decide if your book is allowed in my lands. Alright. Because, yeah, I'm this king guy. Or I might be. I'll be more... I have no interest in censorship. Any stories about me are welcome as long as they're interesting. As long as you write the truth, I have no objections. He might say this. No, I'm going to make up any fiction about you. I'm not going to make up any fiction about you. And why would I? I wouldn't be able to invent half of the adventures you keep getting yourself into. Let me ask you about something else. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The books woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later when I told her I was staying in Pitax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the powers of Shellin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transfers me to a safe spot. It does? Give me the ring. So, please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here, promise. I was just looking at number 6. Leave and do not return. I don't want to ever see you again. Where would that come from? From this conversation? At what point would I just be like, you know what, get out? I have to go. And soon I actually do have to go. Just don't leave without me. Of course, I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I want to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through lectures at the academy. I wonder if I could actually dismiss members of my party permanently. That's kind of interesting. Norel 8 Eyes. Who the hell is this? Anorel 8 Eyes. The elf looks straight at you, through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the Stolen Lands? You're the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the ones who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. And you are? Anorel 8 Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. Anorel 8 Eyes of the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, and no one recognizes you on the street anymore. What a shame. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwood tavern, but in Absalom, I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. And all gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message, and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign and we'll arrange everything right away. Also, I can summon the tutors from the Pathfinder Society, who can retrain you and your companions. They're quite willing to do this for free for the first 3 times you request their services. After that, the price for retraining will gradually increase. Such is their way of doing business with all new clients. Wait, so what exactly is this? I need loyal and experienced fighters. I have friends like that. Just decide who exactly you need, and they will come on my signal. This will cost you 10,000 gold pieces. Let me think about that. Why are you called 8 Eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before you could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes, and I looked all around at once, though it seems I've outlived my nickname. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I don't test my skills too often. Where were the trains? Yeah, where were you when the trading post was attacked? What? I was hunting. Got a little lost in the mist. Which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess I should go easier on the drink. But don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight. If only I'd known I was missing all the action. But I see you've got everything under control. Would you like to join me, you drunk? No. I've got enough things to do already. You'd better manage on your own. A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere? Why? You want to know how one could change the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry, drunken rat hole? You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a seeker anymore. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermelt, was the best of us, wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends, Adiron Edrisand, sent him a disturbing letter. He stumbled upon mention of some ancient books on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Gallows Spire. We decided that the books should be retrieved and kept safe by the Society. The Society? What the hell? We gathered, and in a tavern discussed the expedition, then proceeded to Ulsterlov. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery, but everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest. All those terrible living trees, undead druids, and their arches of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We chosen Rent Church to stop at. It was marked on Venmelt's map as a safe enough haven to hole up in and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. Velma was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of those monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shouts echoed for a long time and I didn't hear a sound of him landing. And then... enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings with all my chatter? We better forget about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, but not today. Regarding your story, remind me how the campaign of the Reckless Six began? It's just repeating itself. Okay. What happened at Renchurch? I have no wish to fill your sleep with nightmares. When you prove that you can stand firm in battle, then you can achieve victory without losing yourself along the way. Then I would tell you of the horrors that waited for us in Renchurch. Let's talk about something else. I want to know more about the Pathfinder Society. What is the purpose of the society? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Glorian they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We're a sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records in case it proves useful for future expeditions. And also we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members does the society have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Epsilon, but there are many small lodges throughout Golorian, and the adventure captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose services to the society have brought them fame. Who does the society support? You mean, who does it serve? No one in particular, Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrels of others. They serve only the spirit of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the Seekers. We'll talk about this later. I'd like to use the tutor service of the Pathfinder Society. Do I want to do that? No, I'm good with what I have right now, so... yeah. Now, Svetlana. Good day. I hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask me? Svetlana lowers her head. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I'll completely understand if you say no. The first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandit's possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there is a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in the fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I can't promise anything, but if I do come across your ring, I'll return it to you. I understand. I appreciate any effort you put into it. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea, though I supported him in it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Rostov, everyone respects the sword lords, and everyone's accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamani could be enough to fend off a street thug or some other trouble. It could maybe even work in some places here, but not with the Stag Lord's men. What can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Yeah, I keep hearing about this guy. He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the Stolen Lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. Or I could just say, I'll deal with this Stag Lord, I have no doubt. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll deal with the Stag Lord, have no doubt. I can't thank you enough for the hope you've given me. But please, be careful. The Stag Lord is extremely dangerous. I have to go. Farewell. I do have to go. It's getting there. Getting to that time. Oh, there's the red panda. It's called Ember. Or maybe that's not the red panda. Wait, can I turn on info?
I'm out of sight.
Or maybe it is, and I just can't interact with it. Greetings! You certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it. The road to Rostov looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I'd bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Show me your wares, Oleg. Nothing's too good for such a good person. Right. So I already have over 1,000 gold. I'm gonna sell this, sell that, sell that, sell that. Pretty much all my trash, which is why I wish you could label things just like trash. I'm gonna keep the nunchucks just because, well, monk reasons. Either I get a monk, or I run into a monk, or someone becomes a monk. Pay well, pay well. Is this rope? And does he have like anything that would like be worth my time to actually purchase from him? He's selling my old crap back to me. That's not what I mean. Yeah. Hey, yeah, someone I want to talk to. So, tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike the noise. I'm from Restov. Cities are complicated. Lots of people and each other, each with their own pace, place on the shelf. Bow before this one, fear this other, don't do business with a third, but be sure to be extra nice to the fourth. And villages are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their noses into each other's business. I just wanted a place where I could be my own master, and so I ended up here. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know anything that could help me find him? That's quite the task you set for yourself. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and this fog hanging around, I'd imagine it would be even harder to find. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of those bandits who attacked the post before. They came from the southwest, from the side of the Thorn River. The fortress might be there, or at least some large camp of theirs where you could find more information. What else can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Not much. Not like I sat down and shared a cup of wine with the man, you know? But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I heard. But soon as he got here, he took everything. I wrote to Rostov, tried to warn them of the Stag Lord. Wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who have seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin, not covered by his clothes. The Stag Lord's past is a mystery. He just arrived one day. He was immediately a power to be reckoned with. I guess the most surprising thing about him is that he has as many followers who admire him as he has minions who obey him out of fear. He's got some inner strength in him, or maybe an inner madness. There are many who seem to follow him because of that madness, like it was some kind of virtue. We'll speak some other time. Farewell. Yeah, that's all he has. So, farewell. Alright, dude. What about you? You want some potions? I kind of forget the voices for these characters, which is why they should voice act this. Can I help you in any way? Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick. If you do, they spoil quickly. Those spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. That will teach them for taking over my Fangberry cave. Alchemist Fire 6. Should I take the Alchemist Fire with me? I thought only like a alchemist could throw that stuff. I guess they're just better at it. Maybe I'll be okay if I have it. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need fangberries and moon radishes, Boken? You know, you want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you after you bring some to me. Consider it broken. Whatever. Remind me what you do here? What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. I live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of kindness, help me with things. They bring me water or flour when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. What does he have for sale? So he basically has potions, he has some spell, he has a wand, which I could not use. He has honey. So what's the point of books? Don't know. And he asked the alchemist. So if I was on my alchemist again, like this would be the spot to be, I think. Maybe I can use this. So I'm gonna put this here, put that there. Because alchemist fire. Seems like it could be pretty useful. What's that? Potion of shield faith. I can do blast because I have that ring on. Oh, gosh darn it, it's 410. Can I save? I can't. But let me just adventure just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It's fun, I like it. Hey, it's a Mary. We're gonna talk? Alright, spill it, I'm listening. We're just talking. You don't like it? Depends what we're talking about. If it's about monsters or swords or scars, I approve, that's good. And if you're gonna ask questions like why and what for and how, screw this. Or you got even harder ones. Tell me about yourself. First, I'm a barbarian. I'm strong. I grew up in the realm of mammoth lords. I left my tribe, the Six Bears, and I like fights. What's it like to be a barbarian in the Six Bear tribe? Ha! Our people are big and strong. We can cut a monster in half with one swing. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat a whole fried arrows. Arrows? I guess you had a lot to do. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. Training? No one freaking trained me. The boys of Six Bears got the training. All I could do was watch. And you know what? They were still crap even after all that training because I kicked their butts hard. Animals, bandits, monsters, all thought they were stronger than me. Idiots. Because if you start a fight, you think you can win. You think you're stronger than your enemy. I defeated them all. See all the scars on my face? What does the realm of mammoth lords look like? Huge and freezing, no place for weaklings. Tribes hunt args, herds to survive. Args are fast, so tribe follows herds and for days, just to not die of hunger. If you are weak, you stay behind and die in the snow. Tribe cannot stop. Also, there are giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons to come too. Ah, the mastodons and the saber-toothed tigers. You would survive, I think, for a few days. Why did you leave your... Whoa, settle down, horses. Why'd you leave your tribe? 'Cause they were assholes, all of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels, and women were scared like sheep. Men there think no girl can be a fighter, because they are weak. They are afraid a woman can beat them. And females just nod. Go sew hides, cook meat, watch kids. That's what they always say, but I'm a warrior, damn it. I'm gonna cook hides and watch meat. I told them so. I went hunting with men. And what did I get? Still the same. You're a woman. You stay home. Even gave me a nickname, the Soft Chieftain, like a warrior woman was a funny joke. Damn. I even went to hunt those shit-faced frost giants, and there... So I left. Scoundrels and sissies they were, that's why. You're Quite a good fighter. Quite good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd fight better. Is that what you say? Or you say I could be better, like go get some training and marry, right? I meant exactly what I said. You're quite a good fighter. Don't raise your voice to me ever again. You are very good in the fight. You are an excellent warrior. I've just given you a compliment, that's all. Kinda good. True. I fight good. That's what I do best. You know who she reminds me of a little bit? Just because of the weird, like, talking in her speech. That primal girl from Chrono Trigger. Ayala? The one that you get to bring to your party. She's also kind of primal, and she's also kind of primal too, so yeah. Thanks for telling me. Let's talk about something else. Why not? So why did you leave your tribe, and what's the story about the Frost Giants? I told you already. They were assholes. They treat women like sheep, not fighters. As for giants, I'll tell you later. Someday, maybe. That's a formidable sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is. This sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took this looker for myself. Fits me perfectly. My damn trophy. Thanks for talking with me. Let's speak again later. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? So that's her. So I guess this is kind of my first base camp for now. Alright. Yeah, it's already 4:15. I don't have much time left. Okay. So I got 4:20 is what I should really call it. I just want to make sure I see everyone. She's over here. God damn. She was back here. There she is. I have no idea what Valerie's voice sounds like. So... she's probably going to sound like Svetlana. Greetings. Everything's well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. Tell me about yourself. What exactly would you like to know? I was born to a noble family, though I didn't remain long on the family estate. My father sent me to the Order of the Eternal Rose, but I left once I realized that it didn't match my principles. Where are you from? What was your childhood like? I was born in Revo, but in fact I've never seen much of the country. I spent my childhood on a remote estate, owned by a noble family. My father is a respectable philanthropist and benefactor of the Church of Shellen. That's the second time I've heard about this Church of Shellen thing. He's also a renowned private collector and a great admirer of the arts. My mother saw to my education personally. From my early years I learned good manners, how to behave at the dinner table, and the proper form of words for every occasion. I also learned the difference between true nobles and low-born upstarts, and I learned how to treat each of them properly. Our home was always under the protection of several paladins of Shellen. My father was donated a handsome sum to their order. One of them, a man of venerable age with a grey beard, once let me touch his shining armor. I still remember the admiration I felt when I touched the cold, polished steel. Of all the memories of my childhood, that one is somehow the warmest one. Why were you sent to the Paladin Order of the Eternal Rose? As you can imagine, from my first days, I was surrounded by cowards and servants of nannies who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. The Paladins of Shellen, who used to visit our house, echoed these praises. In the end, the general consensus overwhelmed my father's better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shellen and told that this would be my new home. Don't pity me, though, I beg of you. Many who hear the story immediately assume that my parents were cruel and had no love for their child. My parents had respect for me. They taught me something that has supported me all my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months, they would come and visit me at the Order of the Eternal Rose. We had some tea, and then had an hour to walk around the garden. Then they would take their leave, as etiquette demanded. What did they teach you in the Order? A variety of things. Some of them appealed to me, others I simply couldn't accept. I enjoyed the physical activities of swordsmanship, but the arts, calligraphy, painting, poetry, and so many other ways to waste one's time. I guess that deep in my heart, I always knew I would never be a true paladin of Shellen. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Why did you leave the Order? I set off for Restov. I want to get as far away. Yeah, that's my time. I wanted to get as far away as possible from Shellen and the destiny everyone seems so ready to force upon me. Besides, the School of Swordsmanship in Restov has quite a decent reputation. Honestly, I was hoping for an opportunity to learn from the famous Aldori masters. Eventually it became clear that their technique wasn't good enough, wasn't a good fit for me. They teach to avoid impact, whereas I prefer to raise my shield. But my abilities and skills, which I learned from the Order of Eternal Rose, were enough to make me the Sword Lords take an interest in me. They offered me a chance to join the mercenaries who served the Sword Lords, and I accepted. I already did. Why did you leave the Order? Because of my heavenly beauty. According to Shellen's laws, all art is sacred, whatever form it takes. Severe punishment awaits those who dare harm a painting, sculpture, or poem, no matter how worthless the jewel might be. My looks always attracted unwanted attention from the pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem dedicated to me when I was 9. The author was some wealthy geezer. And that was only the beginning. Sculptures, pictures, poems, I was drowning in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all their garbage. The clerics of the temple were magnanimous, for my suitors made generous offerings to the church. But one time, I just snapped. Some wealthy idiot has dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me, and he had the nerve to read it right in front of my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest. After a boring lesson on rhymes, I lost control and tore the poem apart right in front of him. The paladins wanted to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember which one exactly. They wanted me to repent, and so I just gathered my things and left. I bet your beauty inspired many people in the Order. And here I'd hoped to avoid the question. Well, let's get this over with, once and for all. You should understand that I am perfectly aware that most races, orders, and genders find me physically attractive. It's beyond my power to change that, but I've never given a potential admirer any reason to start a conversation with me. But it doesn't stop them. After leaving the Order, I took a dagger and cut off the long hair they used to praise. Well, now look, I get letters praising the beauty from my eyes. It was because of those appearances that I ended up in the Order of the Eternal Rose. Though I never wanted to be a paladin, it was only because of my beauty and infinite number of suitors that have pursued me, all of them confusing simple politeness with hints of affection. But do you know what I really want? I want people to stop treating me like I'm a piece of art. I want them to notice that I am a person, that I am capable of something more than smiling for paintings, where I sit wearing a lacy satin dress holding a basket of peaches in my lap. Is that too much to ask? Thank you for your honesty. I understand you very well. You are a true friend who I can trust with my life. I guess. You are talking just like my mentor at the Order used to. Let's change the subject. Ooh. She has a lot, and I have little time. Tell me about the way of Shellen, and about her paladins. Shellen is a goddess of love, beauty, and art. Her paladins are something like armored artists. That's how they like to think of themselves, at least. They are fanatical defenders of worthless, inartistic paintings and meaningless opuses. If you care to know my opinion. What do paladins of Shelyn usually do? They wander around seeking the next pile of garbage, and when they find it, they call it an immortal piece of art and admire it until they're blue in the face. You might not believe this, but the paladins of Shelyn are not allowed to slay their enemies if they beg for mercy. Can you guess why? Because a bandit, rapist, or murderer who has been put to the sword will never be able to create something beautiful in the future. So a paladin overpowers her enemy in battle, then inspires him to create a masterpiece. It might sound hilarious if it weren't true. Plus, all of Shelyn's followers are obligated to practice some sort of art in his or her free time, every single day, no matter what else is going on, or even if you're feeling sick or hungry or sleepy. Otherwise, according to their clerics, you lose your connection with your goddess. A preposterous notion, wouldn't you agree? I see. Let's talk about something else. Actually, I am going to say thank you for the conversation and talk to you later, because you're kind of long-winded, Valeri, and I have to go. So, I'm going to be back with this, because I actually really did enjoy this a lot. I like the pace it's moving at. It's very story-like. You reminds me of Divinity, which I got to finish as well, but this was definitely one of the ones I want to get back to.